Hello everyone, today's video is going to be a deck of panning update. Is this update 2? I think it's update 2. This project pan was created by LynzzMakeup here on YouTube, and of course I will leave her linked down below. This project has been going on for plenty of years. This is my second year doing this, so I will leave last year's project pan playlist linked down below, and I will leave this year's playlist linked down below. And you pull in 5 products, all from a deck of cards. The deck of cards correlate with a prompt that Emily so nicely randomizes every month. And you put this up on the 20th of every month, and you can join anytime. And it is probably my favorite project to do because it's so much fun. For me, and how I do this project is some of the products are usage, and then some of them are finish goals. And out of the 5 products, I have 4 rolling out. So we will have 4 roll-ins at the end. So I think at the beginning, I had the 4 of spades, which was the oldest at the time. And I chose my oldest single eyeshadow, my single cream eyeshadow, which is my Maybelline Color Tattoo. Mine is in the shade Front Runner. And my goal was to hit the bottom of the glass with it. And of course, as you can see, I did in fact do that. I had 5 uses last month, and I have an additional 6 uses to hit pan. So I only needed 11 uses to hit pan in it. And what I did was I used a brush, because once I got down so far, my fingernails would get all gunky and disgusting. So I'd use a brush, and that's why the brush looks the way it is. Very excited that I have hit pan on this. Once I finish my current eyeshadow primer, I do want to decide to finish this, but I think that eyeshadow primer is going to take a million years. Also, I don't understand what's up with my weights, because the last time we had an update, it was at 48 grams or 1.66 ounces, and it's currently at 48 grams and 1.69 ounces. Clearly, I've used it. I did not just push them to the side. I actually used the product, and I don't understand how it gained in ounces. I have no clue, but this here is rolling out nonetheless. And the second rollout was my 10 of diamonds, which at the time was a primer, and I chose my Essence Hello Good Stuff primer, and my goal was to finish it. This here is my Essence Hello Good Stuff primer, and you can tell these were the line markings. I used nail polish, and very soon after that last update, I couldn't use the pump anymore. So what I did was I took a tool and I tried to scrape as much as I can out of it. My tool is metal, this is glass, and for me to rumble around metal and glass, it my ears didn't like it. So could I have gotten more out of this? Probably, but calling it an empty, and as you can tell, there is nothing in there, so it's an empty. For the weights of this product, and I would love to see, Erin Taylor weighs all her stuff, and she finished one of these, so I wonder what her final weight was. But last update was 62 grams or 2.22 ounces, and it is currently sitting at 54 grams or 1.90 ounces. So we do have some nice movement. We are throwing that in my empties bin. My next rollout was a 5 of spades, which was sentimental. I chose my Urban Decay Stone Vibes palette. This palette here, honestly, my makeup matches the outside of this packaging with this smoky purple pink blue situation. I probably could have blended it more. Head on, it looks a little off. But when I move my head, the purple is there. It's just the sparkles. Just isn't hitting head on, and I didn't want it too smoky, and I didn't want to keep adding the black and the gray. Anyway, that's neither here or there. Sentimental. This was sentimental. I think this was the first ever makeup purchase my fiance bought for me. This was for our first Christmas back in 2020, so this is getting old. and I wanted to pull it out to make sure I use it, make sure it gets the love it deserves, because these are like creamier shadows and they're starting to go a little dry. So my goal was no pan left behind, no new pans, unfortunately. I did hit no pan left behind. Last update, I had 6 shades done, so I needed to reach the other 6. You will see looks in my, what is it called? Palette Roundup, which I'll leave that playlist link down below for shiggles. I love this palette. It's just that some of the shades I'm not a big fan of. So forcing me to use every shade of the palette, like I really just want to use like half of the shades and leave the other half go. But I still love this palette. It's being rolled out. We'll see if we'll get another palette. And the last rollout is my 4 of Diamonds, which was dethroned. And I chose my Shop Miss A AOA liquid eyeliner. And this is the pretty one. This dethroned my previous favorite, and I have been using the previous favorite for the last 2 days, and I don't know if you could tell, but my wing is just not doing it. And I think, 1, I think it's really dried out, and 2, I think it goes, and I should go on the empties because I've used it to death, and it is very, very drying out. So this has dethroned it. My goal was to use it 15 times. I have used it 16 times. I do a wing pretty much every day, so that's nothing new. And I'm glad to get this rolled out. It's a product I use daily anyway. It was an easy roll in, roll out. I really want a little bit more challenging products, and I didn't know what else was dethroned, and I was having some decision fatigue, decision anxiety, whatever you want to call it. The last product in this project that I have, and it's staying in, this is my Lawless Forget the Filler. It was for the 5 of Spades, which was splurge at the time, and I have used this 14 times. My goal is to finish it. I don't know, like I have since taken the stopper out. There is not much product in here. Can you see? Whoa. There is not much in here. It's pretty much all at the bottom. And I have been scraping, and this was a splurge, so I want to get as much freaking use out of this as possible. It will be an empty next month. It's just I'm going to try and get every little bit out of here. If it wasn't a splurge, if it was a normal lip gloss, I probably would have called it by now. But it was a splurge. I spent my own money on it. This is expensive for a lip gloss. And I want to get all my money's use out of it. So it is staying in for another round. I have not looked at the prompts. All I did was screenshot the paper. And I'm taking my cards out of this little container. So we have a deck of cards. If you feel frisky, or if you're a normal person in this game, you can put in your jokers. I keep the jokers out. I don't play with the jokers. There's enough randomization and enough stuff in the game board. I don't deem it's necessary. And I don't need extra anxiety in my life. So we are going to half-ass shuffle these cards. I don't know how to shuffle. It was not a skill that I was taught, and it was not a skill that I have learned. So the face cards stay the same throughout the year, and to me, they're not as fun. I like to get the numbered cards. If you get a number card, they get randomized, and it's in a nice little graph. I think the number cards are more fun. That's personal preference. But I have not looked at the game board. I have shuffled my deck, and I don't use these any other time other than this project. I'm going to cut the deck somewhere in the middle, put her on the bottom, and we have to choose 4 cards, hoping and praying they're all number cards because they're more fun. Number 1, the 2 of Clubs. That's nice. We have 5 of Clubs. I swear I did the things. I have 2 cards here, so these are the next 2. We have 4 of Diamonds and 9 of Spades. Let me look at the game board. 2 of spades is a pattern, which I don't know what pattern is. A product with a pattern embossed on it. So I'll have to go searching around for that one. 5 of clubs. Did I say spades earlier? I struggle with these little tiny pictures. 5 of clubs is pop culture. I have a feeling I know what pop culture is, but for shiggles, let's look. A collaboration with an influencer, a celebrity, something, pop culture. I already know what I'm going to pick for this one, so let's have fun with that one. We have 4 of diamonds, which is Spotlight a Panner, and now I'm going to have to remember what, I'm going to have to think about it. I'm going to have to think. Spotlight a Panner. I hate that prompt because I'm like, I don't know what people are using. Then I have 9 of spades. This is actually a spade. Out of control category. Now, a lot of you guys may think eyeshadow palettes. I do have a lot of eyeshadow palettes. And you guys may also think lip products. But I feel like between lip products and blush. And I'm saying blush because I have so many blushes, I don't use them. So, well, I use them, but I don't rotate them like I do my eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to go and second guess life choices, pick my products, and I will come back and I'll show you the products. I'll show you my goals for them. I'm back with all my products, and I made a little boo-boo. I made a little mistake. Do we remember how I said I struggle with the little things? I accidentally looked at the 9 of clubs instead of the 9 of spades. 9 of spades is actually Oh the Shame. So I went with the actual prompt, and which was good because there was a few items that I got yesterday that I have not used yet. Oh the Shame, the prompt is that Emily has an Oh the Shame drawer. There are products in her collection that she has never used, and some of it's kind of old and some of it's pretty new. So thankfully, DW here on YouTube and on Instagram, and I'll leave her stuff down below, she sent me a little friend mail package, and so there are some things in there that I have not used yet and would be very exciting. We're going to start with Oh the Shame, 9 of spades, the actual spade. And DW got a bunch of these Jungsaemu cushion foundations in PR. She got like 8 shades, and she didn't need or want 8 shades. Since it's an Asian beauty brand, they're all pretty light and they're all pretty similar. So she gave me 2 of them. So this is the one that looked, based on the swatches online, looked to be the lighter of the 2. So I opened this one, and this shade is in Fair Pink, and it has SPF 50, so that's fun. Never tried a cushion foundation before, so all I did was open it and swatched it. I really like this packaging. Like, it's really, like, it's blue, then it's pink, fun stuff. So my goal is to use this 15 times. That will give me enough to see if I like it, and if I don't like it, then I have an unopened one that I can pass on to someone else. We have 5 of diamonds, which was Spotlight a Panner. I struggle with Spotlight a Panner. I watch a lot of panners and I watch their videos, but I'm usually watching them while I'm doing stuff. So yes, I comprehend during the video. Does it stick much farther after that? No, not really. So I struggled with this. So the most recent panning video that was in my subscription feed was Andi Does Stuff, and she had her 10 uses project. Last update, she had a highlighter palette. This update, she rolled in another highlighter palette. So I figured, let's roll in a very underutilized highlighter palette. And I was trying to decide between this one and my Odin's Eye Solman highlighter palette. Except when I'm wanting a specific color, I reach for that Odin's Eye palette. I never reach for the Ace Beauté Glow Essentials. They're relatively dry in texture, So I don't know how this is gonna go. So these are the swatches of the highlighters. Of course, those like top 4, I could, well, maybe not this one. I could mix this with Icy and call that a day. But these bottom 2 I'll never use on my face because they're just way too dark. But this one has like a blue and purple shift to it. Like, there is some interesting stuff in this palette. It's just I never use it. And my goal is to use it 15 times, and it is pretty reflective. So my goal here, thank you Andi for posting your video at a good time. And thank you for doing some highlighter palettes. So, highlighter palette that is very underutilized in my collection. 5 of clubs, actual clubs, and I think I did do the right prompt for this, was pop culture. And like I said earlier, I knew what I was gonna do. It was my Bratz palette from ColourPop. I knew I was gonna bring this in. You guys know how much I love pinks and purples and blues, and this palette is so freaking pretty. Believe it or not, I don't think I have used every single shade on the eyelids. So my goal is no pain left behind, to make sure I actually use all these shades. I got this for Christmas. I love Bratz. This is a beautiful palette, and we're doing no pain left behind. 5 of clubs. Last but not least, for my new products in this update, is my 2 of clubs, and that was a pattern. And I was looking around, I did not want to do eyeshadow, and I thought, I am trying to finish one of my Tarte Amazonian clay blushes, and it's in one of these small packages. But I'm like, I should get use on my other Tarte Amazonian clay blushes, and this one is in the shade Charmed, and this is a beautiful color for the springtime. It is one of those bubblegum pinky shades for spring. So we are rolling this in. I don't have a specific usage. I don't have that much of an attainable goal. I say attainable. My goal is to wear down this pattern, and it's already starting. I don't know how many uses I will get until that pattern isn't really there anymore. But those are my products. That is my goal. What do we have? We have one lip gloss, which is rolling over. That will definitely be finished. We have a blush. We'll see how long that takes. Pop Culture is an eyeshadow palette. That's a nice, good palette to use any time of year. The Ace Beauté Glow palette, I'm hoping I can roll that out next month because I can mix it in with my Project Pan highlighter. And my Oh the Shame, so that cushion foundation, I'll have to see. But when I first opened it, I thought it would be so perfect to keep at my desk at work to touch up, because I'm a face picker and my face looks horrible midday. So I was hoping maybe I can bring it to work, but I'm not counting usages if I bring it to work. So we'll see all over my face, see how that goes. I'm hoping for 2 rollouts, the Glow palette and the lip gloss. We will see about the other products. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed project panning, of course, like I said earlier, all those playlists are linked down below for your viewing pleasure. If you enjoy this project, please like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below. What are your thoughts on these products? What are your thoughts overall? I love to hear you guys' opinions, and I love to respond back to you guys. If you enjoy project panning, eyeshadow content, all the makeup things, trying to utilize stuff that is in your collection already, like I said, I highly recommend you subscribe for more, and I love and appreciate you guys so much, and I shall see you guys next time.